awake. I was gonna just proceed with this anyway while you were sedated, but I think it tastes so much better with you conscious watching me season you. So, let's go ahead and start the process. I'm just gonna clean you up a little bit, okay? Before I start putting all of the seasoning on, how was your little rest? I hope the floor wasn't too uncomfortable, but I figured that wouldn't matter much for you. Okay, you look about as clean as I want you to get right now. Gotta keep some of the juices, it'll help the marinade process. So, I have a bunch of seasonings here for you. You are going to be so thrilled with how you turn out, okay? This is just amazing. It's been so long since I've had a delicious snack like this. So we're gonna first start off with some ground ginger on you, okay? Don't worry, a lot of these are organic. Only the best to season you with. And they come in these nice glass bottles. Do you want to feel it? It's nice, isn't it? Don't worry about anything, okay? It's alright. I'll take good care of you. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and sprinkle some of this on you. Hopefully your restraints aren't too uncomfortable, but you shouldn't have to worry about those for too long. So let's just put some over here. Okay, now do I think that that's enough? You know, ginger it's quite heavy, but it's also good for your stomach. Maybe just a little bit more. Beautiful. I think that is enough for the ginger, don't you? Now, what would be a good second one to do? I have this thyme, also organic. Don't worry. It might be, okay, it's like a year expired, but, you know, it's just a suggestion. So I think it'll still be fine, you know, so don't really worry about it too much. It's still going to taste really good. I mean, you won't be the one eating it, but don't worry about it. Just going to rub all of the seasoning into your skin. And maybe this this will be relaxing for you as well. So it's a win-win. Yeah, doesn't that already smell so good? I already have my pot boiling. Oh, what? Don't worry about what the pot's for. I mean, I think you can make your own assumption. Wonderful. How do you feel about thyme? Do you like it? Never feel like you have enough of it. Now, let's do. You can't forget about pepper. Pepper is so necessary. Makes everything taste a little bit better. I didn't bring any regular salt with me today. Some ground black pepper. And I'm just going to sprinkle some on your face, okay? Wonderful. Thank you for sitting so well for this. Wonderful. Maybe just a little bit more. That's great. Now, let's do, let's do some ground turmeric. It's very good for you. Also organic. Now, I don't notice that this has much of a flavor, but it's healthy, so that's really good. Just gonna sprinkle some. Massage that in. A little bit more. Very nice. sampler. Sorry, I don't mean to hurt you. Okay. I think you could use some spices. Maybe you could do some chili powder. I think this would really add to the flavor palette that we have right now. Now you may be thinking, these are a lot of seasonings, and not all of them would necessarily go together. My palette is different from you mortals. It's just so much more complex. And I am quite the fan of spicy food. George can't do spices either. Ever since I invited him to that one Thanksgiving, I'll never hear the end of it. This is what you get for trusting vampires. Do you like my cauldron? I just bought a new one. It was on sale. Quite well. Maybe I'll invite George over to share. But am I that generous to him? George and I, we have a history. I don't like to get into it much, but it's not like you're gonna tell the tale. It was just one summer, you know. He couldn't get out much because of the sun. And I was lonely, and he was so available. So I let him stay at my house. I let him bring his coffin and everything, and he set all of his stuff up in my house, and then he just made such a mess with everyone he would bring here, and it was just so much more trouble than it was worth, and he would never bring me flowers. It was just so inconsiderate. You know, I could do a lot of spells with flowers, and he didn't even bother to bring any. I even did a love spell for him. Do you know how hard it is to break a love spell? It was so much extra work. My powers weren't as strong as they are now, so the love spell, it didn't exactly turn out how I had planned it to. But now we live with a lifetime of regret now, don't we? But how about some fennel seed? ever since Rebecca from around the corner moved in, that's all I hear George talking about. I mean, I don't really talk to George too much anymore, but word gets around to who he's chatting with, and I guess it's this new Rebecca girl. You know, I put way more effort in than I'm sure Rebecca could ever do. Maybe I should put a spell on her. Make her grow another eye or something. He probably wouldn't like that. But then, of course, it's the problem of he knows who would do the spell. It's not like he knows that many witches. I think she's a stinking werewolf or something. Can you believe that? A werewolf and a vampire talking to each other. It goes against every code. And way back in my family tree, there were some fae. But I don't really think I have enough fae blood into me to consider myself part fae, but it definitely helps my powers be a little stronger for witchcraft. I think that'll be enough fennel seed. Don't want to do too much of that now. Just taste how this is coming along. It'll definitely be better when it's cooked, or when you're cooked. Sorry, I don't mean to refer to you as it. It happens to me sometimes, you know. This doesn't have a label on it, but it's just some Italian seasoning. It's mostly basil. It has a little residue on it from the sticker, but it still works perfectly fine. Let's just I'm a big fan of basil as well. An excellent herb. Now, let's add some of this salt. This is garlic sea salt. It is quite thick. So I'm just gonna that should be plenty salty. Now, let's add some tahini. With lime. Okay. We're coming to the end of our seasoning process. Now, let's add some of this curry powder. It'll be a nice layering agent, you know. Lovely. That is a little strong, so I won't go too crazy on it. I think the last ingredient we're going to add to you today is some red pepper flakes. I adore red pepper flakes, and I think they'll taste lovely. That is looking great. Now let's just do one final deep massage with all of the seasonings. George would love this. Ungrateful. Okay, now do one final tasting. Yeah, that is yummy. You're gonna taste so good once you're done. Okay, well, I'm not too wicked, so I will give you some more sedation. And, you know, it was great hanging out with you, sharing my deepest, darkest secrets. So yeah, I guess I'll see you around.